Have you ever had a bad day at work? Maybe you spilled coffee on your keyboard, or your boss was being a total pain. Well, let me tell you about a guy whose bad day at the office makes yours look like a walk in the park. His name is Jonah, and trust me, it really sucked to be him. The story starts with a simple, direct order from the big boss, God himself. Jonah, my man, I need you to go to Nineveh. Simple enough, right? Wrong. Nineveh was the ancient world's equivalent of that one city you'd never, ever want to visit. Think of it as the capital of everything bad. The Ninevites were the sworn enemies of Jonah's people, the Israelites. They were known for being brutal, ruthless, and just generally unpleasant. So being told to go there and preach to them was like being asked to walk into a lioness den and politely ask the lions to go vegan. It was a suicide mission, a terrible idea, and Jonah wanted absolutely no part of it. So, what does our reluctant hero do? He does what any of us might do when faced with an impossible task. He runs. He heads straight to the nearest port, finds a ship heading in the exact opposite direction of Nineveh, and hops on board. He probably thought he was pretty clever, right? See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. He pays his fare, goes down into the belly of the ship, and falls fast asleep, probably dreaming of anywhere but Nineveh. He thinks he's outsmarted God. Spoiler alert, you can't outsmart God. This is where things go from bad to worse. While Jonah is snoozing, a storm of epic proportions suddenly kicks up. We're not talking a little bit of rain and wind. This is the dash heavens dash our dash trying dash to dash swallow dash the ocean kind of storm. The ship is being tossed around like a toy. The waves are crashing over the deck, and the sailors, who are seasoned pros, are absolutely terrified. They've seen it all, but they've never seen anything like this. They start throwing cargo overboard to lighten the load, praying to their own gods, doing anything they can to survive. Meanwhile, Jonah is still asleep. The ship's captain, probably in a full-blown panic, finds him and is like, "Dude, what are you doing napping? Get up and pray to your God. Maybe he'll save us." So Jonah wakes up, sees the chaos, and I imagine a sinking feeling starts to set in. The sailors, desperate for an answer, decide to cast lots to figure out who's responsible for this divine-level disaster. And guess whose name comes up? Yep, Jonah. The jig is up, he confesses. Yeah, It's me. I'm running away from my God, the one who made the sea and the land, and he's a little upset about it. You can just picture the sailors' faces. They go from terrified to furious. "Why would you do this to us?" they scream. Jonah, now fully realizing the mess he's made, knows there's only one way to calm the storm. He tells them, "Pick me up and throw me into the sea. It's the only way you'll survive." Now, to their credit, the sailors don't want to do it. They're not murderers. They try with all their might to row back to shore, fighting against the insane waves, but it's no use. The storm just gets angrier. Finally, they give up. They say a quick prayer to Jonah's God, basically saying, "Hey, don't blame us. This was his idea," and they toss him overboard. Instantly, the sea becomes perfectly calm. The storm just stops. The sailors are left in stunned silence, completely in awe of the power of Jonah's God. But for Jonah, his problems are just beginning. He's now sinking into the dark, cold, churning abyss of the sea. This is it. This is the end. He's thinking about his choices, his rebellion, the fact that he's about to become fish food. And speaking of fish food, just as he's about to give up all hope, God sends a giant fish to swallow him whole. Now, let's be clear. This is not the fun, cartoonish, Pinocchio kind of experience. This is a dark, slimy, smelly, terrifying prison. Imagine being inside the stomach of a giant sea creature for 3 days and 3 nights. It's pitch black. You're surrounded by stomach acid, half-digested squid, and the overwhelming stench of fish guts. You can't stand. You can't sit comfortably. You're just dot there, floating in goop. It's the ultimate timeout. And in that suffocating darkness, Jonah finally has his come to Jesus moment. Literally, he has nothing to do but think and pray. He realizes how foolish he's been. He acknowledges God's power and mercy. He promises that if he ever gets out of this disgusting living submarine, he'll do what he was told to do in the first place. After 3 long days, the fish, on God's command, swims to shore and vomits Jonah out onto the beach. He's alive, but can you imagine the state he's in? Covered in fish bile, seaweed, and who knows what else. He probably smells so bad that seagulls are keeping a respectful distance. He's traumatized, he's gross, but he's got a second chance. And what's the first thing God says to him? Okay, Jonah, let's try this again. Go to Nineveh. There's no escape, so this time Jonah goes. He walks into the heart of the enemy city, still probably reeking of fish stomach, and delivers his message. In 40 days, Nineveh will be overthrown. It's a short, not-so-sweet sermon. He probably expects them to laugh at him, or worse, execute him on the spot. He just wants to get it over with. But then, the most unexpected thing happens. The people of Nineveh listen. From the king down to the lowest servant, they believe him. They are terrified. The king gets off his throne, takes off his royal robes, puts on sackcloth, and sits in ashes, the ancient equivalent of a full-blown public apology. He declares a citywide fast. No one, not even the animals, is allowed to eat or drink. They all cry out to God, repenting for their wicked ways. And because they genuinely change, God has compassion and decides not to destroy the city after all. So this should be a happy ending, right? Jonah's mission was a massive success. He saved an entire city. He should be celebrating. But is Jonah happy? Nope. He is furious. He's so angry he wants to die. He goes out of the city, builds himself a little shelter, and sits there pouting. He basically says to God, I knew it. I knew you were a gracious and compassionate God, slow to anger and abounding in love. That's why I ran away in the first place. I didn't want you to forgive these horrible people. Think about that. His problem wasn't the danger. His problem was that he knew God was merciful, and he didn't think the Ninevites deserved that mercy. He wanted them to get what was coming to them. He's sitting there, stewing in his own prejudice, waiting to see if God will change his mind and rain down some fire and brimstone anyway. While he's pouting, God causes a plant to grow up overnight, providing Jonah with some much-needed shade from the blistering sun. For a moment, Jonah is happy about the plant. It's a small comfort, but the next morning, God sends a worm to eat the plant, and it withers and dies. Then a scorching east wind picks up, and the sun beats down on Jonah's head until he's faint. He gets angry all over again and says, "It would be better for me to die than to live." And this is where God delivers the final lesson. He asks Jonah, "You're upset about a plant that you didn't even work for, a plant that came up in a night and died in a night. So why shouldn't I be concerned about the great city of Nineveh, which has more than 120,000 people who can't tell the right hand from their left, not to mention all the animals?" And that's where the story ends. It leaves us hanging. We don't know if Jonah ever got over his anger. But the point is clear. The story isn't just about Jonah's terrible, no good, very bad week. It's a story about the boundless nature of mercy. A story that challenges our own prejudices and our own ideas about who deserves forgiveness. It sucked to be Jonah, no doubt. He faced storms, guilt, a very gross fish, and his own bitter heart. But through it all, he was a part of a story much bigger than himself. A story that still teaches us something profound today. So next time you have a bad day, just remember Jonah. At least you probably won't get swallowed by a fish. Thanks for watching, And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into fascinating stories.